To think highly of yourself is to think of yourself from the perspective of your highest self. Consistently see all things from that higher perspective. When you think highly of yourself, you'll naturally respect and appreciate yourself. You'll also recognize your own worthiness, power, and purpose. In addition, you'll consistently expect and accept the best. When you don't think highly of yourself, you will be subtly holding yourself back at the root level. Thinking little of yourself is a symptom of seeing things from the level of pain or the ego. Big changes are on their way. You may have noticed lately that things are beginning to change. Although the changes may be subtle, they're very real. Big and positive changes are on their way. Your new way of seeing and doing things has altered your path. You're beginning to go with the flow. Your higher self is calling you towards your highest purpose. You're being led in an even better direction. You have opened up just enough space to allow in miracles and blessings into your life. What was once out of reach is now within your grasp. In the upcoming weeks, you will start to get even more proof that things are changing for the better. It's time. You're ready for what's next. You can trust this moment. Go easy on yourself. You're clearing thousands of years of outdated conditioning. Rest and find balance in your current state. Come into acceptance that your life in the past is longer for you. You are doing really well, and you are worthy as you are an amazing person. It's okay to feel a little confused at this stage. You know that in-between stage. You have one foot in the life you're moving away from, and the other in the future. You're healing before stepping fully into your power, unlocking your magic, and living your destiny. Make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. You can trust this moment in this in-between time to prepare you for future magical experiences. Some of the kindest souls I know have lived in a world that was not so kind to them. Some of the best human beings I know have been through so much at the hands of others. And they still love deeply. They still care. Sometimes it's the people who have been hurt the most who refuse to be hardened in this world because they would never want to make another person feel the same way they have felt. If that isn't something to be in awe of, I don't know what is. Your soul-Li's eye is requiring you to heal deeper, to elevate past the hurt, to transcend beyond what happened, to let go of what and who no longer serve you, to protect your energy daily, to get the lesson, to master your thoughts and emotions, to forgive yourself, to love yourself unconditionally, and to honor your body temple, all in order to thrive and vibrate higher daily. A clear vision. Without a clear vision of who you desire to be and what you desire to see, the only thing that you will tend to perceive and focus upon is what is or what was, which is often what you don't want. A clear and empowering vision allows you to gain a higher perspective enabling you to see everything more clearly. Until then, you'll tend to allow what was to determine the reality of what will be, and allow what happened to you to limit and shape what you can become. When you have a higher vision for your life that you can believe in and live into, it calls you forwards and lifts you out of your current circumstances. The universe is presenting opportunities for you to reach for your goals. You are on the right direction. You have been floating long enough. All you need to do now is go through the golden portal of opportunities and destiny that has opened up for you. Don't stall. No more excuses. Take a deep breath and jump in. Be courageous. Receive the gifts being given to you. Take that leap of faith and you'll figure out the details as you go along. You can navigate any river, ocean, sea, or storm. Fall in love with surfing the waves of life and embrace the adventures and opportunities by jumping through the magical golden portal before you. At times, old negative thought patterns or memories from your past will reappear in your awareness, such as previous embarrassing mistakes or a disempowering way of seeing yourself. As long as you've already done the necessary inner work and healing, when one of those thought patterns awaken, say to yourself, "No, no, no, I'm not going there." Stop it before it gains any more momentum. This isn't about ignoring or pushing it away. It's simply about choosing to not go back down that road again. In actuality, you're not saying, "I'm not going there." You're really saying, "I'm going here towards my peace and power." Say out loud, "I, your name, release their name from my life. May they no longer have access to me in any realm, in any form. I am removed from them physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and energetically. I forgive them and myself for any harm done, as that is the past, and so are they. I am free from this attachment. I am free from any toxicity. I am free." Far too often we place ourselves last on our list of priorities, placing everyone and everything else above ourselves. Please understand that you can't place yourself or your needs last and still expect to live in peace or on purpose. Remember that the universe is taking its cue from you, treating you how you treat yourself. If you place your needs, your joy, and your best life at the bottom of the list, so will the universe. You're telling the universe not to prioritize those things in your life. It's only when you start to prioritize your needs will the universe start to prioritize them too. At times in life, you will be underestimated by people. No matter how hard that you try, they just won't be able to see your potential or the greatness that is within you. But don't take it personally, though. It's not that you're not good enough, it's just that they're unable to see your magnificence from their limited perspective. Remember, how we look to other people is heavily influenced by their own perspective and their own beliefs too. They're not seeing you, they're seeing their version of you, viewing you through a distorted filter. Knowing this, don't mind being underestimated by those people. ultimately because their estimate of you isn't accurate. We often waste so many of our years waiting around for things to change or for things to happen. Don't let another year go by. Start today. Save yourself. All those excuses and reasons that you have for why you can't do or be something are just a reflection of a lower wavelength, not a reflection of the truth. Rise above them all. It is time to claim back responsibility for what happens next. Don't let your fears keep you from what you love any longer. Move towards your dreams and best self with courage and determination. Let your passion and purpose pull you forwards. You know better now. You've gained perspective and you're beginning to recognize and remember your power as creator. It's time to try again. Finding this message today is proof that your recent prayers have been heard by the universe, God. It's confirmation that your intentions and deepest desires have been received, understood, and put into motion. That situation that you're facing is about to turn around for you very soon, and that which is in your highest good will slowly begin to reveal itself to you in your current reality. Until then, you're being encouraged to relax, to have faith, and to go with the flow. Follow the path that has started to reveal itself to you in the present. It's leading you to greatness. As you continue to move towards your best life, you must continue to listen to the new you, which is the version of you that believes in themselves fully and knows their worth. That's the real you. When you take action on your creative ideas, listen to that version of you that supplied you with that creative idea and that sparked within you the passion to take action. Only that version of you can bring it to fruition. The voice of who you were would likely try and convince you to give up. Listen to and believe in the new you. Inner peace is not achieved by controlling your thoughts, but by controlling which thoughts you give your attention and awareness to. There is no need to monitor each thought and ask yourself, is that a negative thought? Doing that calls those type of thoughts and feelings into your awareness. Give up constantly monitoring your thoughts and instead allow whatever thoughts are passing through your mind to move on. Don't give in to them or hold on to them. Acknowledge them and then let them go. Remove your attention and awareness from them. There is no need to fear, push away, work out, or analyze any negative thoughts or feelings either. Let them be. Center yourself and choose peace again. You are always presented with two choices: evolve or repeat. This is your invitation to follow your soul's true calling. Take a step back and look at your life. Align your choices with a higher consciousness of thought and emotion. If you're able to do this, you will change the very essence and quality of your life. It's that sometimes the darkest times can bring us to the brightest places. I've learned that the most toxic people can teach us the most important lessons, that our most painful struggles can grant us the most necessary growth, and that the most heartbreaking losses of friendship and love can make room for the most wonderful people. I've learned that what seems like a curse in the moment can actually be a blessing, and that what seems like the end of the road is actually just the discovery that we are meant to travel down a different path. Those who have big dreams often face the biggest challenges in life. The universe will supply those people with challenges and struggles in order for them to become. Friendship and love can make room for the most wonderful people. I've learned that what seems like a curse in the moment can actually be a blessing, and that what seems like the end of the road is actually just the discovery that we are meant to travel down a different path. Those who have big dreams often face the biggest challenges in life. The universe will supply those people with challenges and struggles in order for them to become the person they need to be to handle the life that they desire. Every single struggle has purpose. Everything you go through is an opportunity for growth. Challenges are often the training ground for greatness. Whatever you're currently feeling right now, don't let it eat you up or eat away at your peace and joy. Open up. The moment that you open up, it will stop eating you up. Your thoughts and feelings need to be aired and shared in order for them to move on. Things don't improve by keeping them to yourself. They only get worse. You don't have to face or solve those painful thoughts and feelings on your own. Ultimately, you weren't supposed to. Share how you're feeling and what you're going through. Things get better when we go through them together. I don't need to do what everyone wants me to do. I don't have to anticipate people's needs. I don't need anyone to approve of me. I don't have to explain myself. I don't need to feel guilty about my boundaries. I don't have to say yes if I want to say no. I don't need to feel bad for staying home. I don't have to overextend myself to be enough. I don't need to feel the way someone else feels. I don't have to minimize my emotions. I don't need to pretend I'm different than I am. I don't have to put others before myself. The universe is encouraging you to let go. Understand that letting go doesn't mean giving up. It simply means giving up the resistance. Detach and go with the natural flow of life. That is where everything that you desire can be found. Let go in faith rather than holding on in fear. When you trust, surrender, and let go in faith, you will not only allow that which you were trying to make happen or prevent from happening to occur naturally on its own. However, you will also allow life to move you in the direction of where you're needed the most, which is always in the direction of your best life. Do you realize just how far you've come? I am so proud of you. You're still here, still growing, and still trying. Take a moment now to acknowledge and affirm all of the positive changes that you've made and committed yourself to. When you do, they get stronger. What you focus upon grows. Acknowledge the newfound peace and happiness that is within you now. You prayed for this one day not too long ago. Someday soon you're going to look back when you have that which you're currently praying for and visualizing, and realize just how powerful you are. Right now, you might not be able to see or understand the purpose of what you're going through, but be okay with not knowing. Instead of needing to know why it is happening, just know that you will get through it. Change your perspective and point of focus. Ultimately, you are not supposed to understand everything that you go through, and most things are only meant to be understood in hindsight. It is often only with time, distance, healing, and a higher perspective will things begin to make sense to you. Until then, move forwards with faith and a higher perspective, and continue to use everything that happens as an opportunity for growth and healing. Tonight, I release all energies that do not belong with me and ask that karma clears. I let go of old belief systems, unhealthy habits, obsessive thoughts, irrational fears, regret, anger, disappointment, harmful behaviors, and generational trauma. I am magnetically attracting all that I vibrationally align with. I invite new magical energy into my life. I welcome transformational change, and I am worthy of deep love, miracles, and magnificence. With gratitude, I accept the blessings, good fortune, and opportunities that are meant for me. Most of our problems can be solved by taking the time to think properly or think things through. However, most of our problems are caused by having too much time to think. It's all about balance. The more that you focus upon a problem, the more that you join that vibration and cut yourself off from receiving the answer you're seeking, which is at a higher wavelength. Anytime you want an answer, relax, let go, detach, and have fun. It always sneaks in when you're not looking. Whether or not you can see it or feel it, you're being led by a greater force. You are being divinely protected, so relax. No one has the power or ability to stop what the universe has already set in motion for you. Your best life is already locked in. Now is the time to claim that and to start consistently aligning with how that feels. People try to place in your path your higher self will turn into hurdles that you'll jump with ease. It's time to move forwards now with clarity, purpose, and power. She didn't like where she was, and she wanted better for herself. So, she got clear on who she wanted to be and created a plan that grounded her dreams into reality. Then, she got to work. She worked on the way she spoke to herself, the way she thought, and the way she moved. She learned to recognize which thoughts aligned with her past self and which aligned who she was becoming. She was no longer willing to entertain the limitations that had been imposed on her. She wanted more for herself, and she believed that more was available. She led herself in a way that aligned with where she was going, not in a way that kept her where she had been. She broke the cycle because she committed to herself, and she finally learned that doing the work is loving yourself in the ways that you needed to be loved. It's time that you let the world see your gifts and talents. Put them on display. No one can see your greatness or potential when you're hiding away from the world and making yourself small. You can't blame others for not seeing your greatness when you're not seeing it within yourself often enough. It's time to embrace the unknown and time to put yourself out there into the world. You can't keep living within the limits of your fears and your past. Claim your brilliance and stand in your light. Let yourself be seen. You have a vital part to play in this world. Your life, gifts, and presence are needed. Don't underestimate your power. You have an affect on more people than you could ever begin to imagine. Every act of love has a ripple effect on the world. Your kindness spreads far and wide, affecting everyone in its path. When you change how you treat yourself and others, you change the world. You have so much to offer, so much to give, but first you have to believe that until you do, you can't access, recognize, claim, and use the power that's within you. When someone tries to trigger you by insulting you, or by doing or saying something that irritates you, take a deep breath and switch off your ego. Remember that if you are easily offended, you are easily manipulated. There is no need to be so accommodating all of the time. Value your own time and energy. If you don't, no one else will. Making yourself available at all times is dangerous. You're leaving yourself open to being taken advantage of by those people who will take as much as they can get, all the while not respecting, honoring, or valuing you or your contributions. Be able to say no to those people and mean it. No doesn't need an explanation. Of course, still help others, but have healthy limits. They don't compare themselves to others. There is nothing useful in comparison. Everyone is on a different journey. They don't dwell on mistakes. It is pointless to dwell. They look for solutions. They adjust to and welcome change. Change is inevitable. You have to learn to accept it, adjust to new situations, and learn to work with changes. They take care of themselves and learn to say no. They know boundaries are important to their well-being. They are positive and confident in their endeavors. They go into every situation with a good attitude. They know they will experience failures. Some failures are part of the course. They just handle them accordingly. They practice gratitude. It keeps life in perspective and keeps the good energy flowing. They don't stay stuck on things they can't control. They focus on solutions and move forward. They know the world does not owe them anything and have to make their own way. The first step in starting a new chapter in your life is recognizing that the old story has nothing new to teach you. It's time to find closure and start a new chapter, one that supports who you are becoming, one that doesn't just repeat the dialogue of who you were or repeat the script of who you were with. When the internal dialogue story that you have been listening to and following changes, surprising changes start occurring in your life. The old story needed your attention and participation to survive, but once you step back, it loses its power. If the old story starts up again, leave it. Don't fight it or fear it. Write a new ending. There is no glory in making yourself small and timid. Build yourself up. Know that you're destined for greatness. Believe in your abilities. Be vulnerable. Show the world who you really are. Know your worth and value. Care for yourself. Love yourself fully as you are and where you are. Turn your dreams into goals and plans, and take action with courage and enthusiasm. No more hiding away, holding yourself back or putting things off. No more being apologetic or trying to please and impress everyone. This is your life and your time. Don't waste it. When